Greetings and welcome to this edition of
Positronic Hypersonic.
I'm Barry P. Cook, and I'm here to give you a breakdown and review of the latest episode of X-Men 97. It was called Bright Eyes. And as it starts, Gambit's funeral is held, over which Nightcrawler officiates. Jubilee is upset that Rogue isn't there, which Wolverine chucks up to her, fighting her grief in her own way. But in reality, she was off attacking a military installation quite vigorously on a mission to find Trask and Gyrick. The UN, meanwhile, tells Scott it can't spend any more resources looking for survivors of the Genosha attack, much to his dissatisfaction. The team then goes to Genosha to aid in the survivor search and to clean up. Rogue runs into none other than Captain America as she continues her search, and they clash over how to proceed, as Rogue wants to go guns blazing and Cap wants to go by the book, so she super tosses his shield a great distance away to spite him, I guess. On Genosha, Hank seems to say to a reporter, that journalist Tilly, something that makes it seem like he more closely understands Magneto's views in the wake of the attack on Genosha. Rogue finds Gyrick at a cushy prison and sees Sinister when she absorbs Gyrick's thoughts. Back on Genosha, Emma Frost is found alive. Trask, meanwhile, messages the X-Men as they're on Genosha, inviting them to Madripoor, stating that he didn't know Sinister meant to rebuild the Sentinels. Sunspot goes with Jubilee to out himself to his mom, but she tells him that she already knew, but then says that he still has to keep it quiet because they have investors, I guess, in their business, and they don't want their investors to get spooked. Nightcrawler, meanwhile, finds Rogue knocked out and tries to comfort her as she grieves both the loss of Gambit and Eric, and the rest of the team joins in. Gyrick, meanwhile, is killed by someone named Bastion. The team then finds Trask on a building ledge, and he tells them that Sinister is building new, more advanced Sentinels. When he jumps off the ledge, Rogue catches him and questions him, only to drop him to his death when he won't answer her question. As the team is reacting to this, Trask rises up, reconstituted as a kind of human sentinel, and a fight ensues, which ends when Cable shows up with a powerful grenade that takes him out. After which, Cable tells the team Sinister is working for someone worse than Sinister. And it turns out that the someone worse is Bastion, who knows that Charles is alive and who is holding a not at all dead Magneto prisoner. And that's where the episode ended. So I liked this episode quite a bit. I thought that they did a good job with the scene of Gambit's funeral, and you could really feel that they were sad about it. And, you know, the scene where Rogue attacks the military installation was crazy cool. She kicks a whole bunch of ass, and you can tell how angry and sad she is as well. And I just liked her being on the warpath. It was very cool. Of course, having Captain America in the episode was insanely awesome. And it was very moving and poignant to see the team on Genosha looking over the devastation and lamenting it and seeing all the sadness. And, you know, a lot of the stuff that Beast said was very moving as well as thought-provoking. And then when Rogue just breaks down later in the episode as Nightcrawler and the rest of the team are comforting her, it was very moving and I thought well depicted. And then the scene at the end, of the fight with the human sentinel, was crazy. And of course, before that, Rogue just goes completely savage and drops his ass off the building, believing full well that he was going to die. And that was just nuts also. So I really liked this episode. I liked, you know, where it went thematically. I liked the roller coaster of emotions that it put people through. And seeing Captain America was insane. I hope we see more of him. It sounds like we might from what they were talking about. So that would be cool. And I'm unnerved by the thought of this Bastion character being worse than Sinister. And I guess they're going to show us in what ways he's worse than Sinister as the episodes go on. For now, he's kind of torturing Magneto, which is crazy, but I don't know much about the character. He's from the comics, and I guess he's the amalgamation of two beings, one that was a Sentinel, and then there's another being that makes up his total being. So I don't know much about that, but it's an intriguing concept, and we're going to see, I guess, where that goes in the next few episodes. But yeah, I really liked this episode for a lot of reasons, and I'm looking forward to, you know, the next one. I'm going to get out of here for now. Until I return, I wish you peace and long life.